Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to GameStar TV, and the Injustah Round 5 Top 8 marches on. And we're going to be bringing you match number 4 between Hallak and Kdeee, or Kdeee, who are seeded 6th and 7th in the top 8 respectively. So should be a very, very close match. Once again, to bring you through it is Enigma, supported by Kdeee. And that's over to you, Enigma.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, everyone's in the room. Goodness. So hopefully all of our internet issues have kind of sorted out. Chris and Kdeee, please remember to go AFK. But we are going to see Hallak versus Kdeee. Kdeee does have a Sub-Zero picture on, so hopefully we might actually get to see some Sub-Zero this week, as he is not banned at the moment. Chris, if you could just go AFK, that would be awesome.
It's not
just to be safe. Oh, that's okay. Hopefully it'll... Oh, awesome. So no, I thought Kdeee was going to play Sub-Zero. Instead, decides to go for Batman. Hallak is playing Wonder Woman, and he believes his character is really strong. What are your...
Oh, sorry. So, I think she's going to be very, very, very good next patch with the changes. Right now, I think her biggest problem is random trait, which actually wasn't even changed in the next patch, and I still think she's going to be very strong. Like, I think people definitely over-exaggerate how bad she is. I'll say that.
I think that's the main thing, is that a lot of people remember what she was like in Injustah and how, you know, she had all these tools, and now all of those tools that she had are still there. You're just not guaranteed any of them at any point. But Kdeee is playing Batman, a character you and I both know a fair bit about, and you can see now he's just decided to go for that zoning game instead, which is really smart up against this character.
His Batman looks cool. These combos don't look very cool though. So I noticed what a lot of Batmans in Australia do for some unknown reason to me, is off of jump-ins they use the two series, so 2-2, 2-2-3.
Yeah.
And yeah, it gets more damage if the jump-in hits, but 2-2 is -1.
1-2 is +4.
1-2 is +4. So you sacrifice a little bit of damage, but if it's blocked, you'd rather be +4 than -1. So I don't really know why they do it, but each their own, I guess.
Yeah, here we go now. So Hallak did actually make up a lot of that life lead with a couple of really good reads, but now back to this full screen game. Meterbird forward 3 comes out from Batman. Good, big whiff on his side, but no whiff punish coming out from Hallak. Goes for the air shield. Now you can see once again.
See, there it is again. 2-2-3.
2-2-3, and then he's also going 2-2-3 into the Meterbird forward, trying to bait Hallak into pressing a button, but instead he's just wasting bar. So
yeah, I think he needs to adjust his pressure here if he wants to, because I've versed Hallak quite a bit. So he's probably played around 70-ish games against my Batman, so he's going to be good at defending, especially if all he has to deal with is 2-2 and 2-2-3. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, but you can see Batman, I do like this decision from Kdeee. He's playing the matchup really well, wants to keep Hallak out, not giving him any options, because from full screen, Wonder Woman can't do a lot, but now you can see, once again, as you said, that 2-2-3 into Meterbird forward 3.
And it's so easy to defend against. Like, there's no mix-up there, you just block and you're alright. Most of his damage at the moment is actually coming off zoning. It is worth like that when the jump-in actually hits. That was an interesting combo.
Yeah, but now you can see, did actually get the side switch in there, went for the parry as well. Now you can see Hallak going for a little bit of KOF style, just jumping in, no punish on that sweep. Forward 3 in full combo, good use of the air tech, but he maybe should have clashed instead. And a great throw coming out from Kdeee, and that is going to be him taking game number 1 with a very solid, well use of his game plan there. Really good stuff.
Wonder Chef actually just brought up an interesting point I hadn't thought about. One of the changes Wonder Woman got in the next patch is she has less recovery on her trait. So it'll be interesting to see if any strings into trait core are actually plus.
And it will be interesting, but you can see back into it again, same characters. I know for a fact Hallak loves this character. He really feels very passionate about Wonder Woman, doesn't ever want to change, which is good. I like it when people like that. In saying that, I don't know how you feel about this, Kdeee, but I truly feel like Injustice is a game where you need more than one character, unless you play Catwoman.
Yeah, I think that's completely accurate at the moment. Originally, like early on, I was thinking like, you know, Black Adam and Aquaman, you're not going to need secondaries for. But I've seen a lot of talks about bad matchups for both them characters. However, bad matchups for characters that good are like, you know, it's still very in the realm of winnable.
Yeah, but I truly believe that it is better to have 2 characters in this game. Particularly if you play a lower tier character, and I'm not even saying a low tier character, just not a high tier character, but a great down 2 into the shoulder coming out from Hallak. Down 1-2 into the full combo this time. Let's see what he can do from here. Back 3 comes out. Fantastic damage from Hallak. In the corner as well. What a combo from him. 500 damage for a single bar up against Batman. That was pretty crazy.
Damage is definitely not something Wonder Woman is lacking.
Yeah, and that's from a down 1 punish, essentially.
Yeah, it is. So really, if she like a raw punish when she doesn't have to use like a down 1 combo, she hits really, really hard. Like she hits hard regardless, but she'll hit you even harder. So
takes the first life bar as well, quite decisively, but Kdeee does have full bar this time as well. Decided to throw a lot of interactions and keep up with that zoning game, but Hallak is dealing with that a lot better. Does get tagged with a jump in 2 now, and in the corner, it's not where you want to be up against the Batman, into a throw as well, and that is going to be Kdeee taking his first life bar as well. Very, very clean, both health exactly the same.
yeah, he actually closed that roughly 50% health deficit without getting touched once. So he's
Just
zoning a
Batman.
lot in this matchup.
Which I think is really smart.
Yeah, it's Hallak can kind of relax though, because he knows. See, it's kind of silly to do it here because he had a full meter, Hallak did not. So all he's doing is just giving him parries on the batarangs, which is just it's letting him close that meter gap.
And now you can see, tags him with the second part there, activates the trait, gets the arms this time. I believe that gives him more damage on his normals. I think, is that correct?
Yeah. Oh, the arms?
Yeah, the arms.
Oh, I don't. No, I think it does something to the parry, because I've heard the trait, the arms trait, be called like just garbage. Like that's the worst one. So I don't know a lot about Wonder Woman. I'm pretty sure the arms buffs the parry though.
And I like that decision from Kdeee. Decides to spend his bar as well, so Hallak can't actually get any health back. But you can see one touch from Hallak now is going to almost kill Kdeee here.
It'll get a clash if he gets a touch now. So clash still left on both sides. Oh, that's going to be his clash. No, that was a game-losing mistake right there. I think for sure.
Back throw. Hallak now in the corner, down 1-2 into the overhead. Let's see what happens here, and a clash is going to come here, and somehow, unlucky for Hallak, managed to actually get out of the corner.
So he should be able to get in without losing any health. Oh, he's got hit by the trait, but he needs to just walk it in. See, jumping there was really silly. He wasn't going to lose any health from the batarangs. Batman's just dashing himself to the corner when he's throwing these. So jumping was definitely the wrong move there.
Definitely as well. In that situation, it's so hard to actually be patient because you're looking at your health bar. But in games like this particularly, don't look at your health bar when you're that low. You need to still play slow. You need to manage to get yourself in against someone who's zoning you out. And I thought that was a very weird shade from Batman.
Excuse me. Yeah, so he needs to. A lot of this damage is coming just from zoning. Is a lot of it. So Hallak needs to slow it down. He needs to tell himself that he's really not losing a lot by walking Batman down. And because Batman kind of backdashes every single time he throws one, it's just getting him closer and closer to the corner, and Wonder Woman hurts in the corner.
Yeah. And now you can see Batman does get the first hit, but Wonder Woman's not far off that first bar of her own. She goes the shield toss. And that's a really interesting projectile as well. It's very similar to, what's the character I'm thinking of? There was a character in MKX who had a projectile. Oh, Kung Jin, with the chakrams. So is able to call it back as well if he spends the bar. So there's almost a bit of a mix-up there. The great damage coming out from Hallak into the confirm as well. Shoulder bash, and now you can see Hallak making an adjustment, going for those air shield tosses, and that's actually kind of getting him over those batarangs, and a great down two into a hard knockdown now.
He needs to go to town here. He's got him in the corner. There's no confirm on that down one too. Is it he confirm? It looks like confirm. I'm not sure. Regardless, gets around with a 70-ish% health deficit. So we'll see if he can keep that.
Yeah, now you can see that's a really big tool for Batman as well. A lot of people don't really consider. Back 2-3 in some matchups is really good for him. It just gives him so much space as well. But now you can see Kdeee backdashing and trying to get that pressure going. Jumps in.
The problem with Kdee's pressure is it's really like scripted. It's like the same thing every single time. He'll do, a jumping punch, 2-2-3, meter burn, forward 3, back 2-3, and that's it. That's all he's doing.
No trade cancels, stuff like that.
Hallak, yeah, he's not using the trade cancels, not using meter burn batarangs for pressure. He actually jumped that time. So meter burn forward 3, see that? Like it worked that time. Hallak definitely should not have gotten hit by that because he's doing it every single time.
But now you can see Kdeee was able to get in Hallak a little bit of a fault on his defense there, and is actually going to get that health bar without really touching Batman. But now Batman is cornered, so if Hallak can start to walk his way forward, get a clean hit against Batman, it's going to do a lot of damage. And that's what I was saying before. Those shield bashes are doing a lot in this matchup. Down 2 into a hard knockdown. What's the mix-up? Goes from meter burn forward 3 now into a second one. I like that decision. Not giving him the clutch. Down 1-2 forward 3 once again in that mix, but actually tags him. What did I say?
You said it doesn't give him the clutch, not clutch.
Oh, the clash is what I meant to say.
So he should spend, So this gets 15% health back. He just needs to play this life lead now. You can't really get zoned out when you have this life lead because you can just trade with him at this point. Even Chip's not so bad. So he just needs to play this slow. This is his game to lose at the moment, I think. Well, Kdeee does have the meter advantage, so even if Hallak gets a clash off, it's even now, so it'll be just pretty much like a breaker. Blocking, but there's that 2-2-3 catches him. Get the side swap? No, this is going to be a guess. Does he go for the guess?
No, he doesn't.
Push block! Push block, you fool!
Yeah. Meter burn forward 3 comes out. And that is going to be Kdeee taking a clean 3-0 up against Hallak. Hallak so close to winning that last one, but just a slight falter in his defense a couple of times, and he's actually going to go down. Good stuff from him, making top 8. Is this his first top 8?
No. Second, I believe, off the top of my head.
Doing very well, but up next we are going to continue on in this losers bracket. We're going to have Cabjoy versus Tot Slayer. Don't go anywhere. This will be losers round 5 of Injustah Week 5. We'll be back in about 2 minutes.